Hey there, Brian Malouf coming at you from the studio. And this is part 4 of a 10-part video series that describes how I mix a song, kind of from front to back. Today is the first time we're going to put audio through the console or in Pro Tools. Give it a listen. So let's get started with Colby Calais, The Way I Was, from the soundtrack to the series Walking Dead. So I've skipped ahead a little bit. I've got my balances set to where I can hear the song now. So this is about 20 minutes worth of work. And let's start by just kind of putting into perspective the way I group things. Here they all are, pretty much mirroring the aux groups instruments in different ways. The unusual ones have all the drum tracks together, for instance, then all their masters together. And then I have a group called All Audio and another group called All Instruments. I have not done a lot yet. There's no automation moves. It's all static. I want to point out that you have to have every fader at least in read, or the Pro Tools 11 session will not remember the static position of that fader when you open the session the next time. So you can hear that. Got the drums more in perspective now. She's nice and loud, no reverb yet. When the crows fly south and the way I was, the way I was. Just turn the overall volume down a little bit. So let's take a look to a couple things I've done. Just the first moves. Man, this is 15-20 minutes in. I just wanted to get a balance so I can start listening to the song. I may decide at some point quickly that I've got a little bit too much of that kick drum in there. So I'm going to navigate to the kick fader. Yeah, that was way too high. So look, I did a little bit of a multi-effects processor, a little compressor, a little sub for the kick drum. Let me solo it for you so you can hear the difference, A and B. It's a nice little difference. And then I've also added some EQ. Just some focus at the bottom end, 100 cycles, 3 dB, narrow bandwidth. Nice Summit model here by Softtube, just terrific. Not much else going on. Something that not everybody does. They start soloing instruments quite soon. I don't. I might solo something for a second just to hear what it is if I need to make an adjustment. Another thing you'll notice is that every aux input has a console modeler at the head of it. I really feel this helps my mixes glue together. Here's 2 examples. I use the Red and the NLS bus, both from Waves, to give myself the real sound, not only feel, but sound of a large format console. Nothing on the vocal yet, no reverb even, but listen to this echo that they've printed. So there that is. That's helpful to me. It saves me some time. It's a nice touch on the mix. Suspend the groups. That's printed. As you can see, I'm still dead dry. The only thing I've got going on right now is this Massey de-esser for those echo returns. Okay, going down. Early days, a little EQ on the main background vocal. Nothing too dramatic. In mixing, I really try to get rid of low frequency information that I don't need. And so here you see on the guitars bus, I have a high pass filter right now set as a default to 112 cycles. I'll probably move that up as time goes on to around the 300 cycle mark. Okay. Here now on the acoustic guitars, there's that shelf again. I love this Fab Filter stuff, by the way. It's absolutely magical. Let's see if I can acoustic 1 and 2, so there. He's playing. Now, sometimes I automate a high-pass filter like that to where it'll be bypassed if the guitars are playing alone, and then I'll insert that EQ once the bass starts playing. Moving down. See a lot of those high-pass filters. So in review, I like to listen to the mix as a whole, not individual instruments. I organize the grouping. I do little or no automation at first. I try to get an overall balance. And I listen to the song over and over and over again for the purposes of acclimating myself to the way the instruments interact. That for me is key. So that's all I have time for today. We'll see you again next week when I get further into the song The Way I Was by Colby Calais.